problem is something like this. Six plus log of 3 by 2 log of 1 plus 3 root 2 into under root of 4 minus 1 by 3 root 2, and it keeps on continuing in the same way. Find the value of this thing. I think we have already discussed up to this. Whenever such a sequence is given, I told you a method to solve such a sequence. The best possible method we have solved in the chapter of quadratic. How to solve this sequence we have seen in the chapter of quadratic. Think about it. Time is 1 minute. Please try solving it. Today we'll conclude logarithms. Most probably we'll conclude logarithms today. It's okay because we'll see some different ideologies of problems and then we can conclude it. Want your answers in the chat box, everyone. Very simple problem. Yeah. Harsha, check the answer once again. Others, I want the answer. This is a very simple problem which we have already discussed. Whenever such a sequence is given, I told you how to solve such a thing in the chapter of quadratic. We have solved one problem. Under root of 1 plus such a problem, we have solved some problem of this kind. And this problem has to be approached in the same way. This is not all about this value. This value can be easily obtained. It's all about simplification of this particular value. It's all about simplification of this particular value. It's only about simplification of this inner part. Once you can simplify this inner part, and problem becomes much simpler than you think. Problem becomes much simpler than you think. Yes, Shiva, right. That's right. Krishnaja, right. Others, very good, very good. Anurag, you have missed to subtract something. Others, Ritika, Shanmukh, Srirag, Charan, Uma, your answers. Shailaja, Akram, Meghana. Okay, Srirag, right. Okay, very simple idea. Okay, so forget about this part. It's all about simplification of this particular part. It's all about simplification of this particular part. This is a sequence. Now what I told you an example there. I just told you an example there. That example is something like this. Mukesh Ambani has 10,000 crore. I told you this example. That is, Mukesh Ambani has 10,000 crore. I'll go to Mukesh Ambani and I'll ask for 1 rupee. I'll go to Mukesh Ambani and I'll ask one rupee from him. Do his property value change? Not much. Because compared to 10,000 crore, 1 rupee is negligible. Compared to 10,000 crore, 1 rupee is negligible. Right? And the same idea, this is continuing up to infinity. This value is continuing up to infinity. This is going something up to infinity. Now, from that infinite thing, if I remove one chain, its value will not change. And the infinity and a value one subtract its value doesn't change much. Right? So the same idea is this part. So if I take this entire thing as y, I'll take something like 4 minus 1 by 3 root 2 into 4 minus 1 by 3 root 2, this particular part, because this is a sequence which I was thinking about. Right? So this is 4 minus 1 by 3 root 2, 4 minus 1 by 3 root 2 into under root of this is 4 minus 1 by 3 root 2. And up to infinity, this I'll take it as some y. up to infinity, this value I'll be taking as some y. E value y ankuntaru. Then what happens is that you do squaring on both sides. So this is something like 4 minus 1 by 3 root 2, 4 minus 1 by 3 root 2 into this is 4 minus 1 by 3 root 2 into this is 4 minus 1 by 3 root 2 and so on up to infinity. This is something like y square. I'm just doing squaring on both sides and this is what you got it as y square. But you observe, even if I remove this part, let me remove this part. Let's say if I'm removing this part, again this is absolutely similar to this part. If I'm removing this part, this is absolutely similar to this part. ఇది ఎలా ఉందంటే మళ్ళీ ఈ పార్ట్ కి సిమిలర్ గా ఉంది. So it means that this is an infinite chain. This is an infinite chain. I'm just removing one branch from the infinite chain. That's an infinite chain. I'm just removing one branch from this infinite chain, and its value will not change because compared to infinity, one is negligible. So this part is something like, if I write something like this again, so this becomes 1 by 4 minus 1 by 3 root 2. Even if I'm removing this, as this is tending to infinity, this value again becomes equal to y. This value again becomes equal to y. This is what we have discussed in the chapter of quadratic such problem. Right? So that is what, if from Mukesh Ambani I'm asking 1 rupee, his property from compared to 10,000 crore, 1 rupee will not have any impact. So that is the reason it's negligible compared to that. You got some value something like this. Got some value something like this. Now first if I want to consider, as this is some y which I'm considering, the basic idea is that this y has to be greater than 0. This y has to be greater than 0 if I solve this. And you're getting a quadratic from this. Once you got a quadratic, you can apply minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. You will be getting the roots of this equation. And that root, I think you will be getting two values of y. One is a positive value and other is a negative value. Rendu values vastayi ikkada. You should be taking only the positive value here. You'll be getting two different values. One is a positive value and other is a negative value. You should be taking only a positive value. So I think you'll be getting something like y is equal to 8 by 3 root 2. You'll be getting such value. You can solve. I'm not solving this because I'm trying to save some time. Okay, so you'll be getting this one. If I'm solving this part, if I'm finding the root, you'll be getting y is equal to 8 by 3 root 2. That is the positive part which you have to consider. Now try substituting it there. So this problem is something like this is 6 plus log of 1 by 3 root 2 into this is 8 by 3 root 2. So this is something like 3 by 2. So this problem becomes log of this is 3 root 2 into 3 root 2 is 18. 3 root 2 into 3 root 2 is 18. And this is something like 8 by 18 to the base 3 by 2. So this is 6 plus log of, this is 4 by 9 to the base 3 by 2. This part what you do, this is something like 2 log of 2 by 3 to the base of 3 by 2. This is 2 log of 2 by 3 to the base 3 by 2, and this value is nothing but minus 1. This value is nothing but minus 1 because this is something like 3 by 2 whole inverse, and that minus 1 can be written here. So your final answer will be this is 6 minus 2, which is 4. The final answer has to be equal to 4. So there is nothing in this problem. This problem na kottaga emi cheyatledu. So you recall the concept which we have discussed in the chapter of quadratic. That is how to solve this if such an infinite sequence is given, how to solve such a question. We have already seen with the help of the quadratic to solve such a question. Once if you can apply that into this, automatically the answer will be obtained. And this is again asked in previous IIT for 4 marks. Again, this question was asked in JEE Advanced for 4 marks. Same question is asked in JEE Advanced for 4 marks. And the reason I'm showing you all these questions is that it will make you feel more confident that if you follow the class properly, automatically you can solve that questions. Right? Answer for this will be 4. Pranay, last step. Last step is something like this. This part from here, you have to solve this quadratic. You use minus b plus or minus under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. You will be getting such a quadratic. Once you will be getting the root, you have to take the positive part because y has to be greater than 0. Argument must be greater than 0. When the argument is greater than 0, you'll be getting y is equal to 8 by 3 root 2. Now just substitute it here. So you'll be getting something like this. So this is something like log of 8 by 18. 8 by 18 is something like this is 4 by 9. Right, this 4 by 9 I'm writing it as 2 by 3 whole square. 4 by 9 I'll be writing it as 2 by 3 whole square. So that 2 by 3 whole square, this is whole square. Whenever there is a power somewhere here, you can write in the coefficient. This power can be written here. Once that is obtained, then you got log 2 by 3 to the base 3 by 2. This 2 by 3, you can write it as 3 by 2 whole inverse. 2 by 3 can be written as 3 by 2 whole inverse, and that minus 1 can be written here, and log 3 by 2 to the base 3 by 2, that has to be equal to 1. So from that you will be getting answer will be 4. Hope this is clear. Hope this question is clear. So this is the idea. Your kotta idea emi ledu, only in solving this infinite sequence, that is your idea here. Okay, we're erasing this part. Next, let x naught comma y naught be the solution. Next part is something like, let x naught comma y naught be the solution of the following equations. Let x naught comma y naught be the solution of the following equations. 2x power log 2, 2x power log 2 is equal to 3y power log 3 and 3 power log x is equal to 2 power log y. Then find this x naught comma y naught. Find this. Let x naught comma y naught be the solution of the following equations. These are called as simultaneous equations. Yesterday I was talking about this. These are called as simultaneous equations. And meeku x naught y naught edaithe solution ostundo, that solution must satisfy this equation and also simultaneously that equation. So only then you will be calling as a solution of such simultaneous equation. Okay, equation solution kanukunte, that will not be the solution of the simultaneous equation. Whatever the solutions which you are getting, that solution must satisfy this and also this. Only such a solution will be called as a solution of a simultaneous equation. Try solving this. Time is 2 minutes. Please try solving this. Let x naught comma y naught be the solution of the following equations. 2x power log 2 plus is equal to 3y power log 3 and 3 power log x is equal to 2 power log y. Find x naught comma y naught. Very good problem. Please make it fast. You can solve it easily. Make it fast. Kanagar, right? Yes, very good. Others, Krishnaja, Pragati. Thus, I want everyone answers. Anurag, Manideep, Banu, Akram, Amrut, Kaushik, Srinidhi, Harsha, Shashank, Ritvik, Prabhanjan, your answer. Tarun, Harsha, check the answer. Mandeep, no. Anish, check the answer. Very simple idea that is. So these are like solutions of simultaneous equation. I hope you are trying. Let us wait for half minute more. Think, I want your responses. I want only few responses. I want response from everyone. That has to be our motto. The more you respond, the more you learn. Sumant, check the answer. Ritesh. Okay, let's see. So whenever such an equation is given, you have to simultaneously, and equation icharu. Then what you need to do is that you need to simultaneously interconvert or interuse between these two things. Let's say something like this. Whenever such a thing is given, this is given in the power. So to get a formal conclusion, what I'll do is that I'll apply some logarithms on both sides. So you'll be getting something like this. So this is log 2. If I apply something logarithms on both sides, you'll be getting something like log 2 2x into this is log 2. If I apply this logarithms on both sides, log of a power n, that is n into log a. Log of a power n is n into log a. So this is something like log 3 into this is log of 3y. I'm applying logarithms here, and log of a power n, I'm writing it as n into log a. That is what I wrote here. So this is something like log 2, and this is log of ab. This is some form of log of ab. This is some form of log of ab, so try to expand it. Log ab, you can write it as log a plus log b. And remember, whenever the base is not given, the base is assumed to be 10. It has to be treated as a common logarithm, so the base will be 10 if a base is not given anywhere, right? So this becomes something like log of 2 plus this is log of x. Left part becomes this is log of 2 plus log of x, right? Because log of ab, I'm applying this rule of log of ab. So this is log of 3 into this is log of 3 plus log of y. This is log of 3 into log of 3 plus log of y. This is what you get, right? Now, this problem you can observe. So this is what you have to simplify with respect to this given equation. First equation only ila simplification chesar. Then you take the second equation. This part is something like this is 3 power log x is equal to 2 power log y. Second part is something like this is 3 power log x is equal to 2 power log y. What you do is that you try to apply logarithms on both sides again. Ila oka exponential form unte, I told you the simple trick lies here. Whenever there is an exponential form and logarithmic form given, for solving the problems easily, you need to interconvert between that exponential and logarithmic form. And exponential logarithmic form ni chala fast ga interconvert chestu undali. Only then you can solve the problems with ease, right? So I'll apply logarithms on both sides. So we'll be getting it as log x into this is log 3. Log x into log 3, and this value will be something like log y into log 2. Log of a power n, I am writing it as n into log a. Log of a power n, I am writing it as n into log a. That is what I am doing here. So from this, either under rendu equations unnai. Just go back to our basics. Let's go back to our basics. Our basics are something like this. Let's say there is something like 2x plus 3y is 4. 3y minus 6x is equal to 7. I gave you two equations. Let's say those two equations are 2x plus 3y is 4 and 3y minus 6x is equal to 7. How do you solve such equations? Either you will try to eliminate y or you will try to eliminate x. And x naina leda y naina eliminate cheyadaniki try chestar. After eliminating that, you will be getting some value, and that value will be substituting again into this. Ala value vachin tarvata malli substitute chestaru. Then what happens? You will be getting other value. You will be getting such an ordered pair again. The same idea is here. Either you try to eliminate log y or you try to eliminate log x. So I'll write something like this. Log y is something like this is log 3 into log x by log 2. Log y is something like log 3 into log x by log 2. Substitute it here. So we'll be getting something like this. So this is log 2 into this is log 2 plus log x is equal to this is log 3 into this is log 3 plus, and log y is something like this is log 3 into log x by log 2. So this is what you'll be getting. So that is you'll be getting it as something like this. Log 2 into log 2 plus log x into log 3 is log 3 plus log 3 into log x by log 2. Right? Now, after getting this value, what you do is that try simplifying this. Try to get the value of log x from this. Try simplifying this, you'll be getting some value of log x from this. If I try simplifying this, you can take log 3 common, you can take log 2 common. From this, you can eliminate the value of log 3 and log 2. Right? So correspondingly, you will be getting it as, you'll be getting the value of, I think, is there some mistake regarding this question? Let's check it again. So this is what you will be getting. So this is log 2 into, if I take log 3 common, log 3 by log 2. Just hold on a minute. I might write this question wrong. So this is what they gave you. So I got something like log 2 plus log x. So once this is obtained, so you'll be getting it as, this is log 2 into, this is log 2 plus log x. I'll take LCM here. So this is becoming log 3 whole square by log 2 into this is log 2 plus log x. This is what this is given in the question. Once that is obtained, this problem becomes something like this. So this is log 2 minus this is log 3 whole square by 2 into this is log 2 plus log x. This value must be equal to 0. Right one side. I told you the other day I was telling you something. Chala mandi students em chestarante, they'll be cancelling these two things. I told you the other day, the mistake students will commit here is they will be cancelling these two terms on both the sides. Whenever you're cancelling the terms on both the sides, I told you there will be loss of solutions. They never mention that this is not 0. Cancel chestaru. When do you cancel on both sides? Only when this is not 0. You will be cancelling on both sides only when this is not 0. But they never mention that this is non-zero. Log 2 plus log x value 0 avvadan cheppaledu ekkada. They never mention that. So you must not be cancelling that. You must not be cancelling that. So you'll be getting something like this. And this is not 0. This cannot be 0. So obviously this has to be 0. So you'll be getting it as log x is equal to minus log 2. So this is log x is equal to, you'll be writing it as log of 1 by 2. Log x is log of 1 by 2. Now these bases are absolutely equal. You can compare between the arguments. Bases are equal. You can compare between the arguments. So you'll be getting it as x is equal to half. You're getting x is equal to half. Now you take x is equal to half, try substituting it here. Take that x is equal to half, try substituting it here. So you'll be getting it as log y is equal to log 3 into this is log half by log 2. So this log half I can write it as minus log 2. So you'll be getting it as this is minus log 3. This value is something like minus log 3. So this is log of 1 by 3. From that you will be getting it as y is equal to 1 by 3. You got x is equal to 1 by 2 and y is equal to 1 by 3. So this is your answer. The solution set here will be 1 by 2 comma 1 by 3. The solution set here will be 1 by 2 comma 1 by 3 and that will be a final answer. There is nothing here. So simultaneous equations, then cheppedi entante ee point gurtu pettukoni, you can solve any such sort of simultaneous equation. The point what you have to get through is that whenever you are solving simultaneous equation, rendu side lo vaadali. Like in logarithms, if you are solving that, the trick lies in converting your exponential form and the logarithmic form. Exponential form, logarithmic form ni convert cheyadamlo untundi. Once that is obtained, you try to eliminate one variable. Rendu variables unnai, aa rendu variables nundi edo oka variable eliminate cheyadaniki try cheyandi. You try to eliminate one variable from the given two variables. Once that is done, problem will be completed. Again, this is asked in JEE Advanced again. Again, this was asked in JEE Advanced. There is nothing new. Ante nenu edaithe points cheptunnano, if you can get through all that points, you can solve each and every question which was asked in JEE. Chala simple ga anpistayi JEE questions kuda. Only thing, you get through this class perfectly. Cheppedanni perfect ga ardham cheskondi. Once that is done, it will be fine. Ante meer inga campus ki vachin tarvata, after lockdown, once you come to the campus, your learning level will be improved to much more than you think. because మీరు మా ముందు ఉంటారు. If you got some doubt, I'll be here, sir will be here, we will be here. No worries about that. Your learning capabilities will be enhanced once you come to college after lockdown, right? So this is your idea. Take a screenshot and we'll move forward because we don't have much time. Take a screenshot and we'll move forward. Please take a screenshot and we'll move forward. Okay, please do take a screenshot. And whatever the education which we are providing, that will be the highest quality education, because some people have the experience, because they have seen classes somewhere, they have seen classes in Mighty Edu. Whatever the education we do provide, that is the highest quality education which you are receiving, by which the problems becomes much simpler. You will never get such an education. All the 3 subjects will be unison with excellency. There will be no such organization, or there will be no such classroom which teaches the students in the same way. I can guarantee on that. Okay, right. So let's move forward. I think this is the idea. So simultaneous equations you have to solve like that. That is the idea. And these are all the questions of previous JE which I'm giving you. This already I told you, but let me discuss once again. My question is x minus 2 plus log of 2 power x plus 3x to the base 2 is equal to 2 power x. Number of solutions. Already I taught you this question, but I want number of solutions. Let us repeat this question again. I think I taught you this question in the first. I want the number of solutions of this. The question will be very good problem, that is a very excellent problem. I just want the number of solutions of this. I think already I have taught you this problem. Think about this. Please try solving this. Problem is very straightforward. Think about that. I think we have already discussed about this. I think we have discussed about this problem. Try solving regarding the same problem. Already a problem. Raghuveer, no? Check the answer again. I think we have discussed about this. Please think about this. This is 2 power x and that is 3x. This is 2, sorry. Now, please change that question. This is x minus 2 plus 2 log to the base 2. 2 power x plus 3x is equal to 2 power x. This is 2 power x and this is 3x. That is 2 power x and this is 3x. That is the question. Already this has been discussed. Now, how do you proceed for such a problem? Already this has been discussed. Think, my dear students. Yes, the first right. Okay. Others. Yes, very good. Very good. Vishnu, your answer. Anish. Parnika, Madhu. Mithil. No. Yashwant, that may not be the answer. Ideas matter here. What matters here is the ideas. All I want is the ideas in solving that problem. If you can get through that ideas, automatically the problem will be safe. I think I have taught you already this problem. Let's discuss it again. Let's not waste much time. Let's discuss it. So what I'll do is that this is a very beautiful problem. I'm showing you there are so many ways of solving that. There are so many ways of solving that problem. There are absolutely so many ways of solving that problem. But what I'll be showing you is my method. I'll show you a unique method in solving that problem. I'll show you just unique method in solving that problem. What I'll do is that I'll take something like, I'll consider this inequality. I'll just consider this inequality, that is 2 power x is greater than or equal to 3x. So from this, what you will be getting? You will be getting something like this. You'll be getting something like, this is x minus 2 plus 2 log 2. This is 2 power x. But in place of, if I am writing 3x anedi 2 power x kante less than or equal to, 2 power x is greater than or equal to 3x, what I'll do is that I'll replace this 3x with 2 power x. This 3x ni, this condition assume cheskunam. Let us assume this condition. So I'll replace this one with this. I'll replace this one with this. So what happens is that if I write this part, so in place of 3x, I'll be writing it as again 2 power x. In place of 3x, I'll be writing it as 2 power x. And this 3x value, this is a positive quantity. And 3x rasnappudu is equal to undi. When I'm writing this as 3x, this is equal to 2 power x. But as 2 power x is greater than or equal to 3x, if I write this value, I'll be writing this is greater than or equal to 2 power x. I'll be writing this is greater than or equal to 2 power x. Endukante ikkada oka value undi. This value, what I'm doing is that I'm replacing with a value which is greater than this. This 3x is being replaced with a value which is greater than this. That is the reason this entire value, as there is plus here, this entire value will be greater than or equal to 2 power x. Idi raste 2 power x equal. But దీనికంటే ఎక్కువ value raste, this will be greater than 2 power x. When I'm writing equal, it will be equal. If I'm writing greater value, it will be greater because there is plus here, right? The problem is done from here. So I'll be getting something like this. 2 log 2 to the base x. So this is 2 power of x plus 1. So this is something like is greater than or equal to 2 power x. So you'll be getting this is something like x minus 2 plus 2 times of this is x plus 1 into this is log 2 to the base 2, log of a power here, which is greater than or equal to 2 power x. So we'll be getting x minus 2 plus 2x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 2 power x. So we'll be getting it as 3x is greater than or equal to 2 power x. You see the beauty of this problem. You just see the beauty of this problem. You took 2 power x is greater than or equal to 3x and you got 3x is greater than or equal to 2 power x. And then I guess Srinu sir koncham cheppuntaru limits lo. As I guess, all you are getting is something like this. 2 power x, this is greater than or equal to, you are getting something like this. 3x is less than or equal to 2 power x is less than or equal to again 3x. You are getting such a value again. You are getting 3x, 2 power x is greater than or equal to 3x. That is what we are assuming. And what we are getting is that 2 power x is less than or equal to 3x. This is what we are getting here. Now, it means that you see this part. You see this part. There is a curve something like this. There is one more curve. 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 Let's say if there is a point something like this, there is a curve something like this. There is one more curve something like this. Now, this curve, whatever I'm writing, this curve, whatever I'm writing, understand this mean. This is a very, very important theorem. Let's understand this theorem, right? Now, there is some value, something like this. There is some value, something like this, right? There is some more. One function is this. Other function is this. There is one more function. You see, this is that function. This function is lying between these two things. Means this is greater than this. It is something like this. If it is something like this, this is greater than this, and this is greater than this. So this function, whatever I am taking, to talk in a funny manner, this function is absolutely becoming a chapati between these two things. To talk in a funny manner, this function, whatever I am writing, or the graph of this function, this is becoming a chapati between these two things. As that is becoming that, it means that at e point tend out, if I'm tending to this value, the upper limit, the left hand part of this value, and the upper limit and lower limit both are same with respect to this function at this point. And they said upper limit and lower limit rendu same unnai. Upper limit ade undi, lower limit ade undi. It means that this function, whatever I'm taking, that function is becoming a chapati here between these two things. So this is called as this theorem is called as a sandwich theorem. The theorem itself, the name of this theorem will be called as sandwich theorem. Upper limit and lower limit both are same. It means that at this point, all these three values are absolutely same. Ante ee function ila undi, inko function ila undi. ఇంకో ఫంక్షన్ ఇలా ఉంది. మీన్స్ ఎట్ దిస్ వాల్యూ ఆల్ ద త్రీ ఫంక్షన్స్ gives the same value. అప్పర్ లిమిట్ సేమ్ ఉంది, లోవర్ లిమిట్ సేమ్ ఉంది. ఇట్ మీన్స్ దట్ ఇఫ్ దిస్ వాల్యూ ఇస్ టెండింగ్, this roughly gives you the idea that is 2 power x is equal to 3x. ఆ ప్రాబ్లం నుండి ఏం కంక్లూషన్ వస్తుందంటే you will be getting some conclusion something like 2 power x is equal to 3x from that. This is the conclusion of Sandwich theorem. అంటే ఇక్కడ అప్పర్ లిమిట్ లోవర్ లిమిట్ రెండు సేమ్ ఉంటే, so the simple idea, whatever the conclusion which I can get from this one, as this function is becoming a chapati between these two things, something like this. So this is your conclusion here. The conclusion is that 2 power x has to be equal to 3x. So now what do? You take y is equal to 3x, y is equal to 2 power x. That is an exponential function when a is greater than 1. Y is equal to a power x when a is greater than 1. The graph looks something like this. And y is equal to 3x, the graph looks something like this. Y is equal to 3x, graph looks like this. Number of solutions. The number of solutions here will be. The number of solutions has to be equal to 2. This is a special idea regarding that problem. అంటే ఒక ప్రాబ్లమ్ ని కొత్తగా ఎలా చేయొచ్చో, టైం సేవింగ్ ఎలా చేయొచ్చో, ఐఎమ్ షోయింగ్ యూ దిస్. దిస్ ఇస్ అ డిఫరెంట్ ఐడియా. చాలా మెథడ్స్ ఉంటాయి, చాలా కాంప్లికేట్ చేస్తుంటారు. People will be complicating this, but we are not interested in that. We are trying to cut short the simplifications. We are trying to learn it innovatively, and this is the solution for that. I'm using basic graphs to answer that. Now, please write down. Yes. Okay. Next. So this is the innovative solution. Ante my point is something like this. You learn, what everyone is learning, but what everyone is not learning is this innovativeness. What everyone is not learning outside is the innovativeness. A student who is used to this part and also this part, he is learning this, and simultaneously he is trying to innovate on the solutions. A student who can maintain a balance between these two things, finally he's going to be a ranker. That is what a ranker does. That is what I was trying to teach you from a long time. Learn this and learn in an innovative manner. The reason I'm asking questions, I'm posing questions to you, I'm asking replies from you, is to increase your innovativeness. And the first day, if you remember, in the first day I told you something. On the first day I told you something. And that thing is something like mathematics. If you want to learn mathematics, the best way is the interactive method. Interactive method is something like this. If I ask you something, you reply that. You are asking something, I'll reply that. And that interactive session will be much more better if you are live, if you are present in front of me. And if you are doing a student who is interacting more, and that is the reason of success. Obviously, he will be successful. Believe me or not, you will understand this word, whatever I'm saying, after 2 years. Reason, interaction. And the pathetic thing is that nowhere there will be an interactive study. Nowhere there will be an interactive study. Teacher comes, teacher teaches, and he will go away. If student gets a doubt, if student has some ideas, there are no one who encourages that. But as an IITian, as a faculty of mathematics, as a faculty of physics, sir, we believe that if a student interacts more, he will learn more. You can ask any one of your previous students. What students like about as a team is the interactiveness. We'll encourage the student to interact. Ala chestana meer subject nerchukuntaru. If you are sitting silent, I'm coming, I'm teaching my solution, I'm going away. That is not a thing. Maybe chapters will be completed, but how am I bringing up your innovativeness in solving that problem? Me IQ, me brain ekkada vadutunnaru. If I'm telling the solutions, I'm using my brain. Where are you using your brain? That is not the case. When you are interacting, it means that you are using your brain. So that is what required. That is what it is required in the major part for becoming an IITian, or not only IITian, any sort of examination. If you are attempting mathematics or some other thing, the more you interact, the more you learn. Remember this slogan: the more you interact, the more you learn. If you are not interacting, there will be no. And nobody outside will be encouraging students to talk. Ochara, solution cheppara, vellara. That's not the case. Nobody will be encouraging a student to talk generally. But you try to speak. That is the reason. మీరు ఎంత మాట్లాడితే అంత నేర్చుకుంటారు. Remember that. Okay? So this is your idea in this. Answer will be 2. Let's see a concept, then we'll move back to our questions. The last concept was present in the chapter of logarithms. Let's see that. That's a very easy concept. After doing with that, we'll move back to problems. We'll move back to, there are some more extraordinary problems. We'll move back to that again. Listen now. So, for example, if I take something like log x to the base 10, if I take something like log x to the base 10, this has two parts generally. One is called as integer part and other is the fractional part. Because if I take something like a number n, this number n has something like integer plus fractional part of x. That is x we are writing something as, this is step x plus fractional part of x. I think we have solved some problems in this manner. X we are just writing it as step x plus fractional part of x. This is called as the integer part of that x. And this is called as your fractional part. This is your integer part and this is your fractional part. X you are writing something like this. Right? In the same way, if I write something like a logarithm of a number to the base 10, here the base 10 must be considered. Base 10 must be considered. Because that is a decimal number system. Whatever we are following is a decimal number system. The common base what we consider is 10. For example, there is a number something like 23. How do I write? This simply will be written as 2.3 into 10 power 1. Because this is the common base which we assume. For example, there is something like 146. This I'll write it as 1.46 into 10 square. This is the common way in which you write the numbers in our number system to the base 10 which we are considering. Right? For example, there is something like 0.0123. This will be written as 1.23 into 10 power minus 2. This will be standardly written as 1.23 into 10 power minus 2. Because you have to raise it with certain power, certain 10 power. Because 10 is taken as the standard base. In our number system, whatever we are considering, that is the standard decimal number system, we'll be treating this as base will be 10. Right? So always we'll be taking with respect to base 10. Now listen. For example, if I take something like log of, log of something like 12 to the base 10. If I take the value of something like log of 12 to the base 10, if I take this value of log of 12 to the base 10, so I'll write something like, we know how to establish these inequalities. I think we have already established some inequalities regarding this. I'll be writing something like 10 power 1 is less than 12 is less than 10 square. Because 12 lies between 10 and 100. Let's say instead of 12, I'll make it as 22. Let's say. So 22 lies between 10 and 100. This 22 lies between 10 and 100. Now, if I write this part, now apply logarithms on both sides. In framing the inequalities, we have already seen, in applying the logarithms on throughout that inequality, as the base is greater than 1, the inequality will not be changed. As the base is greater than 1, this inequality will not be changed. So you apply the logarithms throughout this inequality. If I apply the logarithm throughout this inequality, you will be getting something like this. Log of 10 power 1 to the base 10 is less than log of 22 to the base 10 is less than log of this is 10 squared to the base 10. You'll be getting something like log of 10 power 1 to the base 10 is less than log of 22 to the base 10 is less than log of 10 squared to the base 10. So this value is something like 1 is less than log of 22 to the base 10 is less than, now this can be written as 2 times of log 10 to the base 10. This can be written as 2 times of log 10 to the base 10. So this is 2 times of log 10 to the base 10 is again 1. So this value is 2. This value is something like 2. For example, so this value, whatever I'm getting, log 22 to the base 10, log 22 to the base 10 value ekkada untundi. This log 22 to the base 10, this value is lying between 1 and 2. This log 22 to the base 10, this value is absolutely lying between 1 and 2. Right? Now, if I take this part, let's say, if I write something like log of 22 to the base 10, let's say this is something like 1.3. For example. I'm taking something like, this is not the accurate picture, this is not an accurate value, I'm just taking it as 1.3. Some value which is lying between your 1 and 2, I'm taking something like 1.3. Now, any number which we consider, this number will be having an integer part as well as the fractional part. ఏ నెంబర్ తీసుకున్నా ఆ నెంబర్ కి ఇంటీజర్ పార్ట్ ఉంటుంది, ఫ్రాక్షనల్ పార్ట్ ఎక్స్ కూడా ఉంటుంది. For every number whatever we consider, we have some integer part and also we have some fractional part. Now if I write this value, this 1.3, this I'll write it as 1 plus 0.3. This 1.3, absolutely I'll write it as 1 plus 0.3. This 1 is called as the integer part and this 0.3 is called as a fractional part. I think we have already discussed one inequality on the fractional part. We have already discussed some inequality on the fractional part. But if what is the inequality which we have discussed? We have already discussed 0 is less than, fractional part of x is less than 1. Already we have discussed. I have shown you how to draw the graph of f of fractional part of x. I've already shown you how to draw the graph of f of fractional part of x. Fractional part of x is always positive. You have to remember this throughout this course of 2 years. I told you the graph of fractional part of x. This is the graph of fractional part of x which we have studied already. This lies between 0 and 1. This lies between 0 and 1. I told you how to draw the graph of f of fractional part of x. First you draw f of x, keep the value which is lying between 0 and 1, erase the remaining part, Control C, mark integers on this one and copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. And I told you this fractional part of x is a periodic function with a period of 1. ఇది quadratic లో చెప్పాను, ఒకసారి గుర్తు లేకపోతే రివైజ్ చేసుకోండి. If you don't remember that, please try to remember that. Please try to revise it so that you will remember that, right? So this is your idea. Now this fractional part of x is never negative. Always you have to remember this, never try to forget this. Fractional part of x is always negative. Now if you consider this log of 22 to the base 10, if I'm writing something like 1.3, this 1.3 is written as 1 plus 0.3. Now this 1 plus 0.3, this has an integer part as well as the fractional part. But the 1.3 came on this 1.3 has an integer part which is 1 and the fractional part of x which is 1, which is 0.3. Now every logarithm to the base 10, this has some integer part plus fractional part. Every logarithm to the base 10, it has some integer part plus fractional part. This integer part is called as characteristic. This integer part of this logarithm is called as characteristic. And this fractional part is called as mantissa. Every logarithm to the base 10, every common logarithm, this is called as, if I'm taking the base is 10, this is called as a common logarithm. Every common logarithm has an integer part and also a fractional part. Every common logarithm has an integer part as also the fractional part. So this integer part is called as characteristic and the fractional part is called as mantissa. And the normal functions or algebra lo vaadte, we'll be calling it as integer part of x plus fractional part of x antam. We'll be calling it as fractional part, we'll be calling it as integer part. Other logarithms so teeskunte, if I'm taking in terms of logarithms, this will be called as characteristic and this will be called as mantissa. This will be called as characteristic and this will be called as mantissa. For example, I'll take few examples here. Let's say I'll take few examples. Let's say log y to the base 10, let's say this is 2.41. What is the characteristic here? So this can be written as 2 plus 0.41. This is your integer part and this is your fractional part. Now this is your characteristic and this is your mantissa. If 0.41 another mantissa avutundi and 2 will be called as your characteristic. For example, you got some value like this. Now this is important. Chala mandi students ikkada tappu chestaru. Be attentive here. If I write something like log y to the base 10, I'll write here. Let's say if log y to the base 10, if I write something like log y to the base 10, this is something like minus 3.63. If I write this log y to the base 10 is something like minus 3.63. Log y to the base 3 is this part. Right? Now what is the mantissa here and what is the characteristic? Chappandi. What is the characteristic and what is mantissa? I want your responses. This is like a 5-second question, 5-second answer. I want gunshot responses. What is the characteristic here? What is the mantissa here? I want your responses. Make it fast. Sumant, okay? I want every one of you to respond that. Only if you respond, then you will learn. Enta respond avutho anta nerchukuntaru. Very good, Krishnaja, right? Why can't you say, Namrat? Shanmukh, no? No? నేను గుర్తు తెచ్చుకోండి, this fractional part of x is never negative. Remember the fact, fractional part of x is never negative and fractional part of x is lying between 0 and 1. Remember the fact, fractional part of x is never negative and it is lying between 0 and 1. దాన్ని చూసుకొని ఆన్సర్ చేయండి. అందుకే ఇక్కడ రాసాను నేను. Try remembering this and try answering this. Okay, Abhihas, what is the characteristic? I want characteristics, man. Nope. Yes, characteristics and Mantissa regarding this. Remember now, listen. Now I told you idoka banda gurtu, Telugulo cheppalante oka banda gurtu adi. Like you have to remember it at any cost. Point is this: fractional part of x is never negative and this is always a positive quantity which is lying between 0 and 1. Fractional part of x అనేది ఒక positive quantity which is lying between 0 and 1. Now if I want to take something into consideration, something like this, ఇది తీసుకుంటే, if I'm taking this part, this is something like -3 minus 0.63. This is something like minus 3.63 ని ఎలా రాస్తారు? How do you write minus 3.63? You will be writing it as -3 minus 0.63. Now this fractional part of x cannot be negative. ఇప్పుడు ఏంటి, ఇప్పుడు ఇది చాలా మంది ఏమన్నారు, -3 is a characteristic, -3 is the characteristic and -0.63 is the Mantissa అన్నారు. If this is the characteristic, this is fine, okay. But point is that if that is the characteristic, Mantissa ఏమవుతుంది, -0.63 అవుతుంది. The Mantissa is becoming -0.63. Now can the fractional part of x be negative? You are making a fundamental mistake here. Fractional part of x eppudu negative avadu. You are making a fundamental mistake. So this I'll write something like this: -4 plus 0.27. Something like 0.6. This I'll write something like -4 plus 0.37. This absolutely I'll write it as -4 plus 0.37. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, this is your characteristic, this is your Mantissa. ఇప్పుడు నెగటివ్ వాల్యూ, పాజిటివ్ వాల్యూ ఉన్నప్పుడు డైరెక్ట్ గా రాసుకుంటారు. పాజిటివ్, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ there is 2.41, you wrote it as 2 plus 0.41 and this is your integer part which is a characteristic and this is the fractional part which is your Mantissa. అలా పాజిటివ్ పార్ట్ ఉన్నప్పుడు డైరెక్ట్ గా రాశారు. You wrote it directly whenever there is a positive part, something like this. But as there is some negative part, ఇంటీజర్ వాల్యూ నెగటివ్ అయినా పాజిటివ్ అయినా అవ్వచ్చు, బట్ ఈ ఫ్రాక్షనల్ పార్ట్ ఎప్పుడైనా పాజిటివ్ ఉండాలి. సో యు ఆర్ దిస్ -4 ఫర్ దిస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్, -4 విల్ బి యువర్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్ అండ్ 0.37 విల్ బి యువర్ Mantissa. For this problem, -4 will be your characteristic and 0.37 will be Mantissa. ఎందుకంటే మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సిన ఒకటే ఒక ఫండమెంటల్, that is fractional part of x is never negative. Fractional part of x is never negative. Next, in the same consideration, let's take this. Log y based on, if this is like 3.696 and log y to the base 10 is -9.764. Let's say 9.7. I want characteristic and Mantissa here, characteristic and Mantissa here. Make it fast. Characteristic and Mantissa here, characteristic and Mantissa here. Make it fast. Only then we'll move forward. నేను ఎందుకు ఫండమెంటల్స్ మీద స్ట్రెస్ చేస్తున్నాను అంటే, because I know the importance of fundamentals. Maybe that appears to be silly, but I know the importance of fundamentals. If you miss that fundamentals, you will miss everything. Characteristic, for this is a positive number, so this I can write it as 3 plus 0.696. This absolutely I can write it as 3 plus 0.696 and this is your integral part, so this is your characteristic. This is your integer part, so this is your characteristic, and this is your fractional part, so this is your Mantissa, and this fractional part is always positive. So a positive value, a positive value 0 to 1 madhyalo undi. So this is fine. So characteristic is 3 and Mantissa is 0.696. Now if I take this part, this is -9 minus 0.7. But fractional part of x cannot be negative. This I'll write it as -10 plus 0.3. ఈ పార్ట్ నేను రాస్తా అంటే -10 + 0.3 అని రాస్తా. నౌ దిస్ ఈజ్ యువర్ ఇంటీజర్ పార్ట్. This is your integer part, so this is your characteristic, and this is your fractional part, so this is your mantissa. At a characteristic ఏమవుతుందంటే characteristic is -10 and mantissa is 0.3. Similar గా అంటే చాలా వరకు ఫంక్షన్స్ లో చూస్తారు స్టెప్ ఆఫ్ -2.4 దీని వాల్యూ ఏం రాస్తారు అంటే -3 రాస్తారు. అంటే దే ఆర్ ఆస్కింగ్ యూ ద ఇంటీజర్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్, దే ఆర్ ఆస్కింగ్ యూ ద ఇంటీజర్ వాల్యూ కరెస్పాండింగ్ టు దిస్. దీని ఇంటీజర్ వాల్యూ ఏం రాయాలంటే -3 రాయాలి ఎప్పుడైనా కూడా. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఐ హావ్ డిస్కస్. రీజన్ ఐ హావ్ డిస్కస్ ఇట్ హియర్. The integer part of this has to be equal to -3. So hope this is clear. Write down a note. Please write down note. Every common logarithm, please write down this note. I'm telling you the definition. Please write down this. Every common logarithm consists of an integer part and a fractional part. Every common logarithm consists of an integer part and a fractional part, right? Like something like this. Log y to the base 10 is equal to I plus f. Every common logarithm consists of an integer part and a fractional part of x. The integer part is called as characteristic. The integer part is called as characteristic. The integer part is called as characteristic. And the fractional part is called as mantissa. The integer part is called as characteristic, and the fractional part is called as mantissa. Integer part is called as characteristic, and the fractional part is called as mantissa. Right? Next. Listen now. So answers I told you how to find the integer part and fractional part. Now let's see. I'll write something like this. Listen carefully. This is a simple concept, but if you understand it, you can solve any problem of that kind. I'll write log of 10 power 1, log of 10 square, log of 10 cube, and log of 10 power 4. I'll write something like this. Now, for this value is 1, this value is 2, this value is 3, this value is 4. This value is 1, this value is 2, this value is 3, and this value is 4. So you are getting some values which are like this. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Now, if I take a two-digit number, it lies somewhere between 10 power 1 and 10 power 2. If I take a two-digit number, it lies between somewhere between 10 power 1 and 10 power 2. And for example, if I take 22, listen carefully. If I take something like 22, that 22 lies between 10 power 1 and 10 power 2. ఆ టూ డిజిటెడ్ నంబర్ తీసుకుంటే 10 power 1 and 10 power 2 మధ్యలో ఉంటుంది. సో ఇట్ మీన్స్ దట్ నువ్వు అబ్జర్వ్ దట్ వాట్ విల్ బి ద క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్ ఆఫ్ log 22. What will be the characteristic of log 22? So 22 will be something like you'll be getting 1 is less than log of 22 to the base 10 is less than something like 2. You'll be getting this value as 1 point something. So the characteristic will be 1. So the characteristic will be something like 1 here. And e part ki log 22 to the base 10 ki characteristic em avutundi. So characteristic will be 1. Similarly, if I take a three-digit number, listen carefully. If I take a three-digit number, let's say some 586. I'll take something like 586, a three-digit number. If I take this three-digit number, that three-digit number will be lying between somewhere. If I take something like, so you'll be getting it as that three-digit number will be lying between 100 and 1000. A three-digit number తీసుకుంటే అది 100 and 1000 మధ్యలో ఉంది. So this value, if I write something like, I'll write it as log of 10 square to the base 10 is less than log of 586 to the base 10 is less than log of 10 cube to the base 10. This is lying between 10 and 10 square and 10 cube. So if this value, value 2 is less than, this value is less than 3. 2 is less than, this value is less than 3. Now what will be the integer part? And this value emotundi, this value whatever you are getting log of 586 to the base 10, this value of log of 586 to the base 10, this is lying between 2 and 3. So it means that this value will be 2 point something. Let's say 2 point some 6. Let's say value is 2.6. So what is the integer part now? Integer part is something like 2. That is characteristic is 2. The characteristic of this will be 2 because the integer part is 2 and fractional part will be 0.6 here. Now similarly, if I take something like a number called as 3000, in between these two things, if I take a number called as 3000, that 3000 is lying between 10 cube and 10 power 4. If 3000 and a value 10 cube 10 power 4 madhyalo undi. This is lying between 10 cube and 10 power 4. So if I write this value, you can observe. So this is log of 10 cube to the base 10 is less than log of 3000 to the base 10 is less than log of 10 power 4 to the base 10. This value is lying between 10 cube and 10 power 4. So if the value emotundi, this becomes 3.4. Let's say something like 3.4. And the value, this is something like 3 is less than, this value is less than 4. I'll take that value as 3.4. Let's say, for example, I'll take the value as 3 power 4. 3.4 ankunam value. But 3.4 and the value, let's say if this 3.4, this value, for this the integer part will be 3. For this the integer part will be 3. That is characteristic is 3. The characteristic is 3. Now, ipudu meeku 3 different cases cheppanu, 3 different examples cheppanu. I told you 3 different cases and I told you 3 different examples. What is your observation from this? I want your observation from this. One word answer undali. I want your observations from this. Please tell me your observations. Correcta, tappa, secondary. Matladandi. 3 examples cheppanu. This is one example, this is one example, this is one example. Ee interval lo oka example cheppanu, ee interval lo inko example, ee interval lo inko example. You try to tell me what you're observing from that. I want your answers. I want your answers, what you're observing from that. What you are observing from that. Very good, very good. Good. Okay. Others, I want your responses. What you're observing from that. Em observation cheskuntaru. Yes, very good. Good. I want your everyone to respond on this. Andaru respond avandi. Yes, very good, absolutely. Yes, good. Okay, right, very good. So many people have answered that. Point is that, ippudu ikkada chudandi, this is an important point. Here, the characteristic is 1. Ippudu ee case teeskunte, characteristic is 1. If the characteristic is 1, what is the number of digits? The characteristic is 1, what is the number of digits? Number of digits is 2. Chudandi, 22 తీసుకుదా, ఆ 22 the number of digits ఎన్ని? 2. That is a 2-digit number. Number of digits is 2. And what is the characteristic corresponding to that? Characteristic is 1. ఇప్పుడు ఈ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తీసుకోండి. Let's take this example. If I take this example, the characteristic of this is 2. The characteristic of this is 2. Characteristic 2 తీసుకుంటే what is the number of digits? What is the number of digits? You observe. The number of digits is 586, 3. Characteristic is 2. The number of digits is 586, that is 3. Now, if I take this example, ఇప్పుడు ఈ example తీసుకున్నాం. I took 3000 and for this 3000 the characteristic is 3. ఈ 3000 కి characteristic 3 తీసుకుందాం. And what are the number of digits in 3000? 4. అంటే ఇక్కడ characteristic 1 వచ్చింది కాబట్టి number of digits 2 ఉన్నాయి. Similarly, characteristic 2 వచ్చింది, number of digits 3 ఉన్నాయి. ఇక్కడ characteristic 3 వచ్చింది, number of digits 4 ఉన్నాయి. If characteristic is I, if the characteristic is I, what will be the number of digits? If the characteristic is I, what will be the number of digits? Number of digits will be I plus 1. అంటే ఇక్కడ characteristic 1 ఉంటే 2 ఉంది, 2 ఉంటే 3 వచ్చింది, number of digits 3 ఉంటే number of digits 4 వచ్చాయి. Right now, this is a very, very important point. If the characteristic of a common logarithm, if the characteristic is capital I, if the characteristic is capital I, if the characteristic is capital I, if the, or you can write, if the characteristic in bracket you can write of log y to the base 10. If the characteristic of log y to the base 10, you can write out, the characteristic of log y to the base 10 is capital I. If the characteristic of log y to the base 10 is capital I, then the number of digits, then the number of digits in y, then the number of digits in y is I plus 1. If the characteristic of log y to the base 10 is I, then the number of digits in y is I plus 1. The number of digits in y is I plus 1. Number of digits in y is I plus 1. I hope this is clear. And ఏది తీసుకున్నా the number of digits I plus 1 ఉంటుంది. I will solve one or two examples. And for example, ఇలా ఇచ్చాను అనుకోండి. Let's say people may get a doubt. Sir, what if I say something like 760.342? And for this also the characteristic will be obviously 3. ఇప్పుడు ఈ నెంబర్ కూడా characteristic 3 ఉంటుంది. ఈ నెంబర్ కూడా characteristic 2 ఉంటుంది. Because this value lies between 10 square and this value lies between 10 square and 10 cube. So definitely the characteristic will be 2. But number of digits అంటే number of digits before your decimal point 3 ఉంటాయి. If I'm applying that rule, for such a sort of number, you'll be getting number of digits before your decimal point. కానీ ఇలాంటివి అడిగారు. There's no scope of asking such things, but I'm telling you for your information. Decimal point lo తీసుకుంటే a decimal point ముందున్న numbers. That will be this part, right? Hope this is clear. Let's solve one or two examples on the same thing, and then we'll understand. Number of digits in 100 power 200. Number of digits in 100 power 200. Make it fast. This is like a 10-second answer question. Number of digits in 100 power 200. Find the number of digits in 100 power 200. Number of digits in 100 power 200. That's my question. Very simple. So apply. ఇప్పుడు ఎలాంటి నెంబర్ ఇచ్చినా always try to apply the logarithm. I told you number of digits in some value is I plus 1. First మీరు characteristic కనుక్కోవాలి. All you need to do is that you need to get the characteristic. Once you get the characteristic, the number of digits will be I plus 1. So simple idea will be this one. So this is log 100 power 200 to the base 10. Always find this value. Only from this you will be getting the characteristic. ఈ వాల్యూ నుండే characteristic వస్తుంది. So you will be getting this is something like log of 10 square to the power of 200 to the base 10. So this is 400. So this is log of 10 power 400 to the base 10. So this is 400 into log 10 to the base 10. So this is 400. So this is 400.0. This is something like 400.0. So the characteristic here, that is characteristic is 400, which is the integer part. The characteristic is 400. And mantissa, which is the fractional part, this is 0. The fractional part is 0. And the characteristic is 400. I told you, number of digits ఇందాక డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నాం. If I get the characteristic, so number of digits will be 400 plus 1, this is 401. The number of digits will be 400 plus 1, that is 401. Very good. Characteristic కనుక్కోండి. ఆ characteristic కి number of plus 1 చేయండి, that will be a number of digits. That will be a number of digits. Next. Something like this. Okay? Hope this is clear. So number of digits కనుక్కోవాలి అంటే అంతే. If log 2 to the base 10 is 0.3010. Next question. If log 2 to the base 10 is 0.3010. If log 2 to the base 10 is 0.3010, then number of digits in 128 power, the number of digits in 128 power 30. If log 2 to the base 10 is 0.3010, then the number of digits in 128 power 30. If log 2 to the base 10 is 0.3010, then find the number of digits in 128 power 30. Then find the number of digits in 128 power 30. Very simple. A value kanukkoni, logarithm kanukkoni. From that logarithm, try to establish this value. Or make it fast. Your answers. I want every one of you to answer this. If log 2 to the base 10 is 0.3010, that is the data they gave you, and they're asking you the number of digits in 128 per 30. They're asking you the number of digits in 128 per 30. So always try to find this value, that is log of 128 to the power 30. E value kanukondi. From this you will be getting the characteristic. All you need to do, if they're asking you about the number of digits, all you need to get is the characteristic. All you need to get is the characteristic. Number of digits eppudu adigina kuda characteristic kanukovali meeru. You have to find the characteristic. Okay. Pragati, how did you get such answer? Right, very good, excellent. Right, Abhihas, right. Prabhanjan, no, that's wrong. Rahul, wrong. Check the answer. Wrong, check it. Namrud, right. Namrud, nope. You done calculation wrong, Namrud. See, listen, I told you this value. This value is something like, log of this is something like 128 power 30. So this value, if I'm writing something like this, so this is log of, this is 2 power 7 to the base to the power 30 to the base 10. So this is 210 into this is log 2 to the base 10. This is 210 into log 2 to the base 10. This is 210 into log 2 to the base 10. And people are writing here 211. Ikkada rayaddu 211. You have to get this entire value. Ee value mottam kanukunna tarvata characteristic kanukovali. This is something into this. So this is 210 into 0.3010. This is 0.3010. This is 210 into 0.3010. This entire value kanukunna tarvata, after finding this entire value, only then you have to calculate the number of digits. You will be getting the characteristic. This is not called as characteristic. After finding this entire value, you will be getting the characteristic of that. So this value comes around something like 63.3, something like this. This comes around 63 point something. This comes under 63.3 something like this, or 63.2. So the characteristic here, the integer part, which is the characteristic here will be 63. This is the characteristic. The characteristic will be the integer part of this, and the characteristic will be 63. So the number of digits. So the number of digits is I plus 1, which is 64. The number of digits is I plus 1, which is 64. Next. Hope this is clear. You have to get a characteristic. Similarly, if log 2 to the base 10 is 0.3010, if log 2 to the base 10 is 0.3010, and log 3 to the base 10 is 0.4771, and log 3 to the base 10 is 0.4771, then find number of digits, in 5 power 200. Then find the number of digits in 5 power 200. Then find number of digits in 5 power 200. If log 2 to the base 10 is 0.3010 and log 3 to the base 10 is 0.4771, then find the number of digits in 5 power 200. Find the number of digits in 5 power 200. I'm making sure that everything is completed. We'll dedicate this. Okay, very good. I got few answers. Now simply you have to get this idea. Whenever there is a number given, try to get the logarithm of that. Try to get the common logarithm of that. So this is 200 into this is log 5 to the base 10. This is 200 into log 5 to the base 10. So this is something like 200 into this is log 10 by 2 to the base 10. This is 200 into log 10 by 2 to the base 10. So this is something like 200 into apply log of a by b. Log 10 to the base 10 minus log 2 to the base 10. So this is 200 into 1 minus. So this is 200 into 1 minus. This is 0.3010. So you'll be getting 200 into 0.6990. You'll be getting something like 200 into 0.6990. This comes under around 139 point something. Calculate the value. 200 into 0.7 is 140. 200 into 0.7 is 140. So this comes around 139 point something. So what is the characteristic here? The characteristic capital I, that is characteristic which is 139. Characteristic is the integer part which is 139 here. So the number of digits. So the number of digits is 140. The number of digits in that is 140. 140 in that. Very good. The number of digits is 140. So calculations చూసుకోండి. కొందరు ఏంటంటే ఈ calculations సరిగా చేయట్లేదు కాబట్టి number of digits తప్పు వస్తున్నాయి. All you need to get is the integer part. So ఆ value కనుక్కోండి, ఇచ్చిన values ని కనుక్కోండి. From that you will be getting an integer part. Okay? Hope this is clear. And try to, whatever the log 2 and log 3 values which I told you, try to remember that. అదొక standard values చాలా frequent గా వాడుతుంటారు. Remember that values of log 2 and log 3 always. Try remembering that values of log 2 and log 3. Next, one different model of question. Find the number of positive integers. Find the number of positive integers having. Find the number of positive integers having characteristic 3 with a new base of 7. Find the number of positive integers having a characteristic 3 with a new base of 7. This is a different idea of question. Find the number of positive integers having characteristic 3 with a new base of 7. Base 10 కాదు. I've altered with the definition of the question. General గా ఏమి ఇవ్వకపోతే base 10 తీసుకుంటాం. In find a characteristic, you will be using base 10. But instead of giving you base 10, I have given you a new base. కొత్త base ఇచ్చాను అక్కడ. I've altered with the base of this logarithm. Think about that question. Very good question that is. Very good question this is. Think about that. I've altered with the base of that question. A base ni koncham modify chesi ichchanu nenu. Think about that question. Once you complete that, we'll move forward. Think about it. So simply, ఇప్పుడు వాళ్ళు ఏమన్నారంటే this is log y. Instead of giving to the base 10, they gave you log y to the base 7. They gave you log y to the base 7. They gave you log y to the base 7. Base ni alter చేశారు. They didn't. So simply your number, they said for this base 7 the characteristic is 3. For this base 7 the characteristic is 3. అంటే పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే చూడండి. I said there is a new base of 7. So simple idea is that this is 7 cube is less than something like 7 cube is less than log y to the base 7 or y. If this is something like this, log of 7 cube to the base 7 is less than log y to the base 7 is less than log of 7 power 4 to the base 7. ఇలా చేసినప్పుడే, so this y value will be lying between something like 3, 4. Y belongs to 3, 4. So y will be lying between 3, 4. అంటే y అనేది 3, 4 మధ్యలో ఉంటుంది. So only then you will be getting the characteristic will be 3. You will be getting something like 3 point something. So your final answer will be something like this. So this 7 cube bases are same. Now arguments can be compared. You will be getting 7 cube is less than y is less than 7 power 4. కొత్త base అని చెప్పాను. This is a different ideology of question. I told you a new base. General గా మనం తీసుకుంది అంటే ఏం మెన్షన్ చేయనప్పుడు base 10 తీసేసుకోవాలి. That is our standard analysis. But I gave you a new base, so that is the reason I have taken consideration like this. So you will be getting something like here you will be getting 3 is less than log y to the base 7. This is less than 4. That is what you get. From that you will be getting character. This is 3 point something. this value is 3 point something, so that the characteristic will be 3. 3 point something vastundi kabatti characteristic 3 avutundi. So same idea. So we'll be getting 7 cube is less than y is less than 7 power 4. So number of values, number of integers ante 7 cube nundi 7 power 4 madhalo unte kachithanga characteristic 3 avutundi. So but I'll tell something like this. So this will be 7 power 4 minus 7 cube minus 1 plus is 7 cube. If log of 7 cube to the base 7, this is also 3. Log of 7 cube to the base 7, this is also 3. Right? So the characteristic for this is also 3 plus 1. So finally, my answer is this 7 power 4 minus 7 cube minus 1 is the number of digits which are present between these two things. If you read it, the number of digits, right? So this value will be, finally you'll be getting 7 power 4 minus 7 cube. This is your answer. The number of positive integers having characteristic 3 with a new base of 7 is 7 power 4 minus 7 power 3. This is your final answer. And this base is very important. If nothing is given, you have to take base 10, but as this is given, you have to take a stringent base here. You have to take a strict base here. A calculation, you try to do it. So answer will be 7 power 4 minus 7 cube. This will be your final answer. In the numbers, the characteristic 3 ఉంటుంది with a base 7. For these many numbers, the characteristic will be 3 for with a base 7. Right? Right. There is one 2-minute concept left over. We'll finish it off. Logarithms complete cheddam. Again, I'll not be touching this logarithm. Right? Listen now. Let's listen. Ipudu, you have seen number of digits, and logarithm has also one more application. And physics lo నేర్చుకుంటారు, significant figures అవన్నీ నేర్చుకుంటారు physics లో. Right? Now let's see. 0 point. If there is a fraction, if a fraction lie between 0 and 1, there is a fraction lying between 0 and 1. Let's say y is a fraction. I'll take y is a fraction which is lying between 0 and 1. I'll take, so this is all about number of digits. Number of digits ila kanukovali. So if I take a fraction which is lying between 0 and 1. If I take a fraction which is lying between 0 and 1, let's say log of 10 power minus 1. So if I write, I'll erase this. Listen now. Log of 0.1 to the base 10. So this is something like log of 10 power minus 1 to the base 10. So this is minus 1. This is log of 10 power minus 1 to the base 10, which is minus 1. Next, log of 0.01. Next point is log of 0.01 to the base 10. Log of 0.01 to the base 10. This is something like log of 10 power minus 2 to the base 10, which is minus 2. Next is something like log of 0.001 to the base 10, which is log of 10 power minus 3 to the base 10, which is minus 3. Next something like log of 0.0001 to the base 10. Mali observation meere cheppali, jagrataga vinandi. Important, this is important, try to listen perfectly. So this is 10 power minus 4 to the base 10, which is minus 4. You observe here. So this is your values which are getting log of 0.1 to the base 10, which is minus 1, 0.2 to the base 10, which is minus 2. If I write something like, if I take some value, ila ochindi, same analysis will do. If I take some value, something like 0.06, I will take some value which is 0.06. 0.06 will be present, 0.061, I'll take like this. This 0.061, this value lies between 0.1 and 0.01. 0.061 as a value, this lies between 0.1 and 0.001. Sorry. This is lying between 0.01 and 0.6. This is greater than 0.01 and less than 0.1, 0.06. Right? Now, whenever this number is lying between these two values, so obviously you will be getting log to the base 10, 0.01 is less than, and you are getting some number like this. 0.01 is less than 0.061 is less than 0.1. You are getting some number something like this. What I'll do is that again I'll apply log 10 on both sides. I'll apply logarithm throughout this inequality. Let me apply logarithm throughout this inequality. So you'll be getting log of 0.01 to the base 10 is less than log of 0.061 to the base 10 is less than log of 0.1 to the base 10. ఇలా వచ్చింది problem, right? Now this value is something like, this value is -2, which we already discussed. -2 is less than log of 0.061 to the base 10 is less than -1. So this value will be -1 point something. This value will be -1 point, let's say -1.4, -1.5, -1.6. Example, I'll take something like, let's say this value is -1.6. So what is the characteristic here and what is the mantissa here? This can be written as -2 plus 0.4. So the characteristic is 2 and mantissa is 0.4. The characteristic is 2 and mantissa is 0.4 here. అంటే ఇలా 0.061 తీసుకుంటే దాని characteristic ఏమైందంటే, characteristic is -2 and mantissa is 0.4. Integer value is -2 and mantissa is 0.4. Already we have discussed about that. For example, if I take one more number which is present like this, and 0.0074 అనే నెంబర్ తీసుకుంటా. I'll take 0.001 is less than 0.0074 is less than 0.01. ఇప్పుడు ఈ ఇంటర్వెల్ లో ఇంకో నెంబర్ తీసుకున్నా. I'm taking one more number in this interval. I'm taking a number in this interval. So from that you will be getting it as this is log of 0.001 to the base 10 is less than log of 0.0074 to the base 10 is less than log of 0.01 to the base 10. So you'll be getting -3 is less than, this value is less than -2. So this value is something like, let's say -2.7. Let's say this value is something like -2.7. -3 -2 madhyalo value undi. Let me take it as -2.7. So this value I can write it as -3 plus 0.7. So characteristic is -3 and mantissa is 0.7. Characteristic is -3 and mantissa is 0.7. Ilanti values వచ్చాయి. You got the characteristic and you got the mantissa. Now if I observe here, if the number is something like, if the number is 0.061, if the number is 0.061, the characteristic which is obtained is -2. If the number is 0.0074, the characteristic which is obtained is -3. This is the characteristic. 0.061 తీసుకుంటే characteristic -2. 0.0074 తీసుకుంటే characteristic is -3. Now, if I observe the similarities between these two things, if I get this value of modulus of I plus 1, ఈ modulus of I plus 1 అనే వాల్యూ కనుక్కుంటాను. I'll get the value of modulus of I plus 1. What is modulus of I plus 1? Modulus of I plus 1 here, ఇక్కడ ఈ modulus of I plus 1 అనే వాల్యూ కనుక్కుంటే, if I get the value of modulus of I plus 1, for this the value will be -2 plus 1 modulus which is 1. For this the value will be modulus of I plus 1, this value will be -3 plus 1 which is 2. ఇక్కడ తీసుకుంటేమో 2 వస్తుంది modulus of I plus 1 అనే వాల్యూ. Here if I am taking that value is something like 1. So you observe at a similarity ఏంటంటే, you got the value of modulus of I plus 1, you got 2 zeros after the decimal point. You got ఇక్కడ 1 వచ్చింది, you got 1 0 after the decimal point. You got 1 0 after the decimal point, you got 2 zeros after the decimal point. This point, అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఈ వాల్యూ తీసుకుంటా కదా, if I take something like 0.061, this is called as first significant digit. This is called as first significant digit. దీని ఏమంటారంటే ఫస్ట్ సిగ్నిఫికెంట్ డిజిట్స్ అంటారు. And here the 7 will be called as first significant digit. And this modulus of I plus 1, whatever you will be getting, this అంటే ఆ పాజిటివ్ నెంబర్ కి I plus 1 కనుక్కుంటే నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ డిజిట్స్ వస్తాయి. Whenever there is a number which is a fraction which is lying between 0 and 1, if I get this value of modulus of I plus 1, that is the number of zeros that is equal to the number of digits, that is equal to the number of 0 between the decimal point and the first significant digit. Decimal point ki first significant digit ki madhyalo unna zeros ki value will be equal to modulus of I plus 1. Please write down the statement and we'll conclude. Write down the statement and we'll conclude. Please write down the statement. I'll tell the statement, please write down. If y is a fraction, if y is a fraction, right now, if y is a fraction, if y is a fraction lying between 0 and 1, if the y is a fraction lying between 0 and 1, if y is a fraction lying between 0 and 1, if y is a fraction lying between 0 and 1, such that if y is a fraction lying between 0 and 1, such that log y to the base 10, such that log y to the base 10 is I plus f, such that log y to the base 10 is I plus f, such that log y to the base 10 is I plus f. If y is a fraction lying between 0 and 1, such that log y to the base 10 is I plus f, then the number of zeros, between the number of zeros between the decimal point, then the number of zeros between the decimal point, then the number of zeros between the decimal point and the first, and the number of zeros between the decimal point and the first non-zero, number of zeros between the decimal point and the first non-zero significant digit, and the first non-zero significant digit, number of zeros between the decimal point and the first non-zero significant digit, first non-zero significant digit is modulus of I plus 1, number of zeros between that is modulus of I plus 1, For example, I'll show you one example. ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూపిస్తా, ఇది స్క్రీన్ షాట్ తీసుకోండి, I'll show you one example. You don't try to solve. I'll show you one example in 1 minute and we'll conclude it, and we'll conclude logarithms from here. Listen, application తెలుస్తే సరిపోతుంది. I'm erasing this. Listen, number is 1 by 2 whole power 1000. The number is 1 by 2 whole power 1000. I'm asking you number of zeros between decimal point, number of zero between decimal point and first significant non-zero number, first significant digit, and this digit is non-zero. Then the number of zeros adugutunnaru. Let's apply the concept which we do. Whenever such a problem is given, already given log 2 to the base 10 is 0.3010. Given log to the base 10 is 0.3010. So now let's apply log of either the number icharo, apply this log of half to the base of 1000 to the base 10. Try to get this value. So this is 1000 into log of half to the base of 10. So this is 1000 into this is minus log 2 to the base 10. So this is 1000 into minus 0.3010. This is minus 0.3010. So what you will be getting is this is minus 301.0. This is something like minus 301.02, something like it goes on like this. So what is the integer part here? The integer part is minus 302. Integer part n this call and minus 302 this call. Already we have seen that. So the characteristic here is minus 302. And because 30.1.02, fractional part has to be negative, fractional part has to be positive. So from that you will be getting integer part is minus 302. So number of zeros will be what? Number of zeros will be mod of I plus 1. So you'll be getting it as 301. Mod of minus 302 plus 1, that is 301. Ante 0.00000, this is, let's say, x, a non-zero number. Between this decimal point and the first non-zero number, there are 301 zeros. Between this decimal point and the first non-zero number, there are 301 zeros. That is the meaning of that question, right? With this we are concluding logarithms. Konni problems unnai, I'll teach you after coming to the campus, but with the ideas which I gave you, with the fundamentals which I gave you, you can solve any problem of logarithms, right? So take a break for 10 minutes and physics class will resume. This is your idea, and this is conclusion of logarithms. And we have done in a so extraordinary manner, which is not done anywhere.